I started talking on the other one, and it froze again. It was like, maybe God is just trying to get me in the house. Ooh. Y'all quickly tell me how y'all doing today. Put that in the comments. Whether you're seeing this now or in the future, put it in the comments. Tell me how you are doing. How is things going for you? I know some of us just talk, but just humor me. Humor me, please. Now it's working. I know it is. The devil. Y'all share this with like 7 people. I think I'm going to start some seeds while I'm talking to y'all. Because we're talking about seeds, I'm going to start some seeds. How about dead? But we can't hear me. Sound working. Okay, you can't hear me? We back. Can you hear me? You're amazing. How are you? I am good. The good Lord is blessing me. I'm feeling pretty good right now. Chan, I need to talk to you, though. Are you going to be at the thing? You going to be at the place? Y'all, the rest of y'all tell me how y'all are doing. I'm going to try to get some more seeds out. I don't know why it just hit me to grow some seeds, but I want to grow some seeds. Actually, I have some seeds I should have started a while back. Anyone worried about GMOs looking to golden rice? We're going to talk about golden rice. Let's talk about that too. So share this with 7 people. There's like 3 of y'all up here now. I got to go soon though for work. I'll just hit you up. Really, the short answer, the too long didn't read answer about this GMO talk is they're not inherently bad. They're actually pretty decent. A lot of people just get fearful because, you know, they're like, GMOs! And somebody tells them that they're modifying your genetics and then people freak out. So please don't freak out about genetically modified organisms. Where's my seed trays? Where's my cells? They got them going, hey, Poppy. I should be playing some music. Oh, God. If I have to get off of this to start music, I'm not coming back up here. I should be playing some music. Now, I know I have more of those than just that one. Did I lose them? Oh, I'm looking right at them. So we're going to be starting seeds, and I'm going to answer questions about genetically modified organisms. I think I'm just going to start some lavender and look through some of these seeds I got. We're going to do this, and I'm going to tag this man who just called me. John T. Steven. Ooh, I hope that works. I'm just going to send this to him, Steven, because I asked y'all to send people stuff. I'm going to do the same. Okay. Whew, it is hot in here. That's why it's 72. My God. So genetically modified organisms. Let's go ahead and get started. You, as a person who is watching this, may have heard some person who is talking with confidence tell you that genetically modified organisms are the devil. And they give you all sorts of reasons, and they sometimes throw religious inclinations in there to say it's not natural, it's not God made, and if you have messed with it, it's now intrinsically bad, that they are going to ruin your life. There we go. The people will make it seem like when you are using a genetically modified organism or even a hybrid plant, they'll make sure like those terms are interchangeable and all types of other stuff. And friend, I want you to know they're not, right? A hybrid plant is me mixing 2 plants that are related enough together to mix, okay? Anything that is a hybrid is the culmination of 2 genes. We don't have inbreeding, right? So you as a human being, in a lack of a better term, is a hybrid. You've been hybridized. You, that's right, you, looking at me watching this, is a hybrid. You are. Your mama and your daddy hopefully wasn't related. Now, if they are and you're in West Virginia, I'm not coming against your culture. But for the rest of us, that's not the case. Now, I'm going to do some quick repotting of plants. I'm going to answer some quick questions, and then I'm going to go about my Negro business. Okay, I think that works. I think I can do that. Ooh. So, we're going to talk about GMOs. I want y'all to ask your questions, because I just got back in the house. I should have set all this up before, but a wave of creativity hit me. You're hitting it hard, right? So here we go, okay? Genetically modified organisms. A lot of people will ask questions about the seed that you can purchase because these seeds will often say something like non-GMO, like that says right there. And they put it up there as a marketing tactic because nobody's selling you genetically modified seeds except for Norfolk Produce. Nobody. Because you don't want a home gardener being in charge of telling you where those genes have went, right? I need to know that the genes I put in here with all my money don't go to somebody else who could just get them for free in a typical case. That's part one. Part two about this, and this is the real big thing that I want y'all to keep in mind, is a genetically modified organism. Most of you have already experienced them in general. How many of you have ever had a sweet potato? I know there's some person out there like, my sweet potatoes are non-GMO, but that's not true. Every sweet potato we enjoy, 5,000 years ago, the genes that made them not poisonous, I remember the NPR article right, was inserted in through a natural form of genetic modification. So it's a natural process. It's a whole beautiful thing. A whole beautiful thing. Now, the unnatural thing is us trying to control farmers when it comes to these, and I don't like that. But outside of that, they're good. So we got some questions coming in and some comments. The worst thing about GMOs is that nothing suggests. The worst thing about GMOs are ethical. There's nothing to suggest they harm people and they've saved millions of lives. You're right. So genetically modified organisms are often created, I should say, not bred, to be more resilient. So for example, the little purple tomato, that situation was created to provide more nutrition within the soil for the plants. That's it. There was nothing extra done. It was just to make the plants more, what's the word I'm looking for? More nutritious. Sometimes it is to fight off more diseases, right? So the seeds the plants overall won't go to all these diseases. Bananas. We have lost the banana. Like, y'all ever taste something that's banana flavored and you wonder why it actually doesn't taste like bananas? There's an antique banana species that was eradicated by a disease. They probably taste like that. We only know probably it from the fake taste. So genetically modified organisms, not just the seeds, but the organisms can sometimes be more resilient. The seed, it depends. But it depends on what they were modified for. They had to specifically be modified for the seed to be beneficial to the plants in that way. But a lot of people get scary. They get real scary, contrary, because again, we don't know science. And I blame that on racism. And like lack of monies to schools to really teach us science. But it, like virtually is saying here, it can increase yields. It can be resistant to certain diseases or pests. It can increase nutrition, meaning that your $20 of food bill could go further. This is why I like GMOs, because they literally can make it where food insecurities become a thing of the past. Making plants that require less fertilizer. Less fertilizer means that you are putting less nitrates into the soil. Nitrates are kind of like a runoff thing of like your fertilizer. So when you water plants, all that goes into your underground water, or it washes away, and then we get algal blooms and it F's up the environment. We could stop the environment from being F'd over by going with somebody's genetically modified organisms. It's literally the best way, one of the best ways to fight stuff. Goo! Goo, how you doing? We talking about GMOs, and I'm starting some lavender seeds. Genetically modified organisms, again, are beautiful party people. But a lot of us are fearful again because we just don't know. We don't know the information. And social media doesn't want y'all to know because they will spread the misinformation that I fight against versus the real deal info. The time it takes me to make one video talking about how GMOs are actually beneficial, somebody's already made 5 videos saying the opposite. And that 5 video gets all types of traction, and then people quote it back to me like it's real, like with the plant hacks. Somebody believes something, somebody thinks of something, they say that's the truth, and then we don't hear from, then we can't confirm it or deny it because it's now spread. People see that it's more prevalent, and that means it's more factual. And that's not really the case. Making sure I got my soil all the way wet here. Like, being a black scientist is already maddening enough. Fighting racism and then fighting misinformation, and then racists who are telling me misinformation because they don't believe my black skin has somebody's knowledge. Y'all know how many days I just be like, I just want to go insane. But I can't because they'll shoot me. They'll shoot me dead. So what question y'all got about genetically modified organisms? There's no such thing as a dumb question. Those of you who are watching this in the future, you can put it in the comments. I love that we can come together and speak about scientific facts. I love it too. I just wish there was more of us here. Of the 70,000 people I got, I used to get more back in the day when I was really on it, but it's difficult. I should probably start like scheduling these, and that way people will have something to look forward to. So sidebar, I am doing these seeds from Fairy Morse. These are lavender seeds I bought several years ago. These are from 2021. I'm just going to plant them all. They want 1/4 of an inch of depth, so I've already wet up the soil. And what I'm going to do is just this, doop. I'm literally just going to take the seed, boop, and spread these seeds around. I'm just going to use all of them. Why am I using all of them, you may say? Because I don't do good at growing herbs. This 1/4 of an inch, sprinkle lightly on the soil, you think it would be easy, but it's not. So now I got that. I'm just going to lightly sprinkle a little soil on top to get that 1/4 of an inch. I've already wet everything, so hopefully I tried to pre-wet the soil because that's one thing I don't always do. That was a little bit more than 1/4 of an inch, but we're just going to pray. And I'm just going to put that down and pat that down, pat, pat, pat. And now we're good. For those of you, again, who are like, what are you planting? It's this. It's lavender. I love herbs. I specifically love mints. Any of you who've been following me for some time know I typically grow various mints. I love herbs. I love to go out and be like, ooh, goodness, it smells great out here. Especially those of you who are dating. Okay, Goo, I know you got somebody. I feel like Goo got a wife and kids. I don't know if I made that up. But I feel like you got a wife and 5 children, Goo. I don't know if that's me feeling it in the spirit, hallelujah, or yeah, or me just knowing it. But let's say you get home from a hard day. Somebody has a bouquet of lavender on the table. Okay, they got you a nice meal cooked. That makes you feel good, makes you feel mighty good. You are dating somebody. You are trying to, show this person that you tickle their fancy. You bring them a lavender bouquet, and hopefully they get with you and don't leave you for somebody else. It didn't work for me the one time I did it, but I didn't know that this person wasn't really feeling. I should have known they weren't feeling me like that, but they were playing games. I would be like, I don't feel like you're feeling me. And they're like, oh, you shouldn't say that. I am. And they wasn't. They wasn't. I'm going to write my little label here so I can remember what this is later. And hopefully these come up. No wife, but I got 8 kids, though. Look, I knew it. Because you can't be a gardener without knowing how to multiply. Okay. Okay, we're going to be serious here. I lost the lid to my marker. I flipped it off and it flew behind me. So we're just going to set this down for now. And I'm hopefully going to fix this later. But I did my lavender. I answered some questions about the genetically modified organisms. I am trying to grow the purple tomato. And actually, I should grab those seeds real quick. I had some actual like seeds from the people, but I don't know what I did with them. I don't know what I did with them. I don't know what I did with them. But we gonna see. The mint family scares me, to be honest. I don't think you can keep it in check. So let me show you this. And I don't have any out here right now, but let me show you this. Now my patio looks like whodunit and why, because I ain't really been out here. I don't think I'm gonna make a video going live this week and clean it up and do like a marathon live. But I keep them in here. Now, typically by keeping them in these containers, and I usually try to water over the winter. This year I did not, so nothing survived. Typically, I'm good. There's only been a couple of times, and that's when they were like especially vigorous, where I had to like be like, oh, so I had like a lavender or a bee balm growing here. You see it? You see it's bright green. It has these toothed edges on the leaves. This is how we know that this is it. I rub it. It smells like beautiful, right? I had this. It grew gigantic. Any of you seen me a couple of years ago? Grew gigantic. Seeded everywhere. Everywhere. This is one of the plants. There were some on the front of this. There were some down there on the ground. They were everywhere. Everywhere. But typically you don't have to worry about mints getting wild and out of place in this urban setting. Seeding, okay. Even with some of the vines, I did have a vine that was in one of these pots, like crawl over and touch all the other pots and then like took over. But once the winter came and I wasn't watering, they just went out. Now in a in-ground setting, now you got to definitely be careful. You got to definitely be careful. But typically you don't have to worry. Starting Three Sisters. You have to make mint products every day to compete with meat. Look, you take some mint, you dry it out. You do it in bundles. I would do it in bundles of twine and dry it out. I would take that dried out bundle and then I grind it down in my magic bullet. And now I could use that later for teas or infusing it with products or whatever. So let's see here. You're starting a Three Sisters garden. Three Sisters is you grow beans, corn, and squash. The beans basically add new nitrogen, just in case y'all don't know, nitrogen into the soil. And then they grow up the corn as a way to grow up something. It's a cool process. I like to grow a flour mix and some herbs in my partner's apartments. In my partner's apartment complex is raised beds. It just stays bare and I discovered it has some soil in it. Hopefully the landlord is open to it. Now, cheese baby, here's what I would tell you to do. But I'm not going to tell you to do this. But here's what I would do if I was you. Let's say I had a partner who had an apartment complex's, community garden that was a little bare. I would just start sneaking soil in there. Around the nighttime, nobody's paying attention. Maybe late in the midnight hour, there's some lights out there. I would throw a bunch of soil in there. That's step one. Once the frost is over in your area, I would put sunflowers or even the lasagna garden. I would do lasagna gardening where I would do like bulbs in different layers that would come up at different times. I would do sunflowers. I would do cosmos and zinnias, things that can seed heavy and like would attract birds and stuff. And then what are they going to do? Be mad and take it out? What they going to do? My sound is off, so forgive me for not responding to any of the witty things I know you're going to say. Thank you. You also grow a lot of stinging nettle. I have a tendency to find stinging nettle when I'm not looking for it. I need to clean all this out tomorrow. That's what I need to do. I need to stop playing games. Tilling in some new soil just in case it's not super fertile. Again, I would get some compost or some yugal culture. So like turn that soil, take that soil out, put some sticks and stuff under it, bury that soil in, and just get it started. That's what I would do. But that's just me. I don't often ask for permission. I ask for forgiveness. Oh, this is a big one. Okay, I've been up here way too long. I was just going to get, I guess I'll show y'all this since y'all are here. So this is my Ellen camp I grew last year that I thought I lost, and it came back. Ooh, my mullein that I took from down on the ground, because that seeded heavy. I don't remember what these bulbs are. Like, I don't know what these are at all. My lemongrass was over here, and it doesn't look like it's coming back. It doesn't look like it's coming back at all. I don't remember what this is, but this is edible. This is edible. Yeah, it doesn't look like none of my lemongrass is coming back. I was trying to like bring this in, and I never did. I don't know. I feel like I got distracted or something. But I want to clean this off, get rid of a lot of these like thorns and branches. I want to raise the level of some of my planters, but that'll be a lot. And I need to give this away. This is an elderberry I got, and I just needed to be planted in the ground by somebody in the area. One of my good friends is growing various mushrooms in her rental's raised bed. Look, this here, when I get a house, this had some spawn in it from years ago. I don't know if they're going to come back, but I would definitely try to get this back up. The things I would grow, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, I think I'm going to go off of here now because I feel like doing some other stuff. But I got plants coming out. I might come back up here tomorrow and just go live and clean my patio, play some music or something. We'll see how I feel. We'll see how I feel. Thank y'all for joining me so long. And message me. Y'all got any questions, comments, or concerns? I am the chocolate botanist. And y'all have a great day.